Yeah, so sorry, I had to get a drink of water there. I'm about parched out. A lot of game tonight, a lot of homecoming, a lot of celebrations here for homecoming. Our homecoming court, obviously our induction of our annual Hall of Fame with our good buddy Dunk getting inducted there. CL. That's we thought it might have been just a running joke there. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, but it wasn't. Dunk gets in as a contributor. He's been down here a long time. I doubt he'd come up and do an interview with us sometime, but I'm going to ask him.
Heck, they got him some fresh chains for the homecoming too.
Yeah. So yeah, he's definitely Dunk. You know, about 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years ago or something, I was down here. I was involved with the youth a lot at that time, the youth club, but I was still attending high school games, and I got to know Dunk then, and Dunk's been running the chains, and I ended up on the chains for about 3 seasons, and it was fun. We had some very memorable moments. We walked out of here in defeat. We walked out of here in winning style. But it was. But he's an excellent guy. And then the '97 baseball team, they were one win away from the state championship game with Mayor Stiltner leading that team, and I'm trying to think. I know Travis Robinson and Randy Campbell. In '97,
I think you had like John Green. I think.
Yeah, John Green. John Green would have graduated in '97 because he was a year behind me. I graduated in '96. So, obviously had Travis Robinson. You had Randy Campbell. I'm sorry if I'm losing names, but I'll
actually remember when they made it to, like, I don't know what they called it back then, but like sub-state to go down there. That was actually my dad took me down there. That was my actual first Bobcat baseball game.
Shoot, what better could it be than that, right? And then we had Rocky Lowry. Got inducted tonight in the Hall of Fame, number 22. We did share some video preseason of him. I played with Rocky. Rocky and I played all 3 or 4 years here. Rocky's an outstanding dude, outstanding guy. We had a lot of fun here going to school, growing up together, and I'm very excited to see that recognition for that man. He's still down here. He obviously had children cheering and stuff like that, but he still shows up down here to the game. So he's a true BFL, just like the rest of them. So yeah, it's
only that one tackle for loss on the night for Oliver Spring in the ball game. Defensively,
so yeah, it's I don't know. It's just kind of hard to digest the loss. You got any scores? We pulled up any scores, CL? I didn't heard anything around. We've been a little extra busy today with homecoming and all these other things. And I actually went out at halftime and took my.
Let me refresh it. I had it pulled up, but I wasn't really expecting a 30-minute half.
I'm just curious to see, like, maybe some of our teams, like next week, our opponent Midway, like I said earlier a few minutes ago, this game really doesn't – it counts on your win and losses, but it don't count region. This is not a region game. Oneida's a AA ball club. They came down here with a good team and a good game plan.
Coalfield over Harriman, 64-6. I don't think that was a shocker to anybody.
No.
Kingston, 27 to 16 over McMinn Central.
Yeah, I picked McMinn. I didn't realize it was homecoming for Kingston. Also, I read that today somewhere. So,
Oak Ridge, 34-7 over Bearden. Rockwood, 35-0 over Oakdale.
Rockwood 30-0 over Oakdale, so they don't have – that was a region game. So
I'm kind of forgetting tonight, so I ain't going to remind the people at home what the score of our game is.
Well, it's,
on to the next one.
Yeah, on to the next one. Final score, 21-14.
Greenback over Wartburg, 48-7.
Oh.
And then West beats Clinton, 56-21.
Did you announce? Did you say the Oak Ridge game? I didn't know if I caught that one.
Yeah, Oak
Okay.
Ridge beat Bearden 34-7.
So Oak Ridge is 7-0, I believe. A lot of energy across the
A
hill
lot of
here.
lopsided scores as I roll down through here.
Is the Midway Whitwell on there? I was interested in see what that looks like. Whitwell's a good team. We went down there and played them last year and lost a heartbreak. Oh, we won a heartbreaker down there. Won a heartbreaker. Won a big game down there. Whitwell's usually a pretty good team.
So I guess it would be probably in the third quarter, but
Yeah.
it has it at halftime. Whitwell 19-13 over Midway right now.
Okay.
It's kind of surprising. I'm just kind of glancing at Whitwell's record, 2-4.
Oh, really? They only play in a 4-team region. I think there's only 4 teams in that region. It's kind of like Oneida. They got to go out and schedule 6 other games against non-region opponents. So sometimes you got to reach out and play a little bit bigger opponent. Sometimes you get to reach out and play a little bit smaller opponent. Well, Whitwell's single A ball. You don't get any smaller than that in Tennessee. But, sometimes those records can be a little bit misleading. So
Looks like Carch Harper is coming up through here, so.
Is he? Okay.
I'm just going to leave that unmuted.
Okay, that's fine. I'm ready anytime. And we won't be long with Coach. Oh, is he up here? Yeah, he's coming. He's coming with Tex. Coach, first time I seen you today.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know we've talked back and forth in text, but
Here, that day put you down in the chair for a minute. I love you. Daddy's gonna sit you right there. Just sit there for a minute, okay? Play with your monster truck.
all right, Coach. Well, I've been joking with a couple of guys. I joked with Buster last night, and I'm going to joke with you just to break the ice here a little bit. But I told Buster, I said, if you and him keeping these games close, we may have to renegotiate my contract in the off season. But just tell us a little bit about tonight. I mean, we all know it was a physical game. You just talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah, man, the game of football has a way to humble you in ways that you can't imagine, and heartache is part of it. It's one of those that last week this could have happened, and it would have felt like heartache, and maybe it makes us focus and have a little bit better practices this week, and we win this week, but who knows. I've been trying to tell this football team over and over and over, we're still not executing at a high enough rate, even in wins, and it really hurt us in the second half. We just didn't take care of the football. We come out of halftime, we have kickoff return. We want to go down and try to distance this to a two-score game, and right off the bat, fumble, leave them a 30-yard field. They execute, they score. Then, I think we exchanged a punt or whatever, and they punted back to us, and we get it on 4th and 10 here. We go with the fake punt, and grab some momentum back, execute it really well.
Yeah, that was an excellent call, excellent execution by you and the team there.
Well, I appreciate that, but the very next play, we lay the ball on the ground inside the red zone. And, you know, every time I felt like every time we had an opportunity to, you know, seize control or get control back, and we just had miscues and just poor execution offensively. Defensively, we allowed them to come up here and do exactly what they wanted to do, and that was take ball control and shorten the game, take us down offensively in total number of plays, and they made it a 10-yard field, and they did really good at it. And, you know, they executed their game plan. They executed a lot better than us. And unfortunately, you know, we're leaving out of here with a loss. And, you know, like I said at the start of it, a little bit of heartache.
Yeah.
But hopefully it allows our kids to look in the mirror and understand that we have to do a better job executing, and you know, it really starts on the practice field.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was talking there. Obviously, that we had some disappointed fans. We had some vocal fans here tonight, and I stuck my head out the window at the end of the game, and I think your mom was down there, and I said, "Listen, everything's going to be all right tomorrow when we get up. You know, it's going to be fine."
Yeah, you know, it's what we tell the kids. I mean, as disappointed as we are, and as frustrated as we are, we still love them.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
It's not like we stop loving them. We stop, you know, wanting the best for them. But we do have to get up in the morning, look ourselves in the mirror, and see what we can do to change it. And that's, you know, I told the team it starts. I'll do it myself, starting off, and I'll take accountability for what I could have done and what I should have done, and they have to do that themselves as well. And then we will make corrections with them after we grade it and do different things. So, you know, it hurts, but at the end of the night, you know, all of our hopes and aspirations are still ahead of us. This is an out-of-region game.
Yep.
So that's a good thing. You know, it's something that is, you know, we still have everything in front of us. So we've got to get back to work on Monday and get better. Yeah, that's what I told the fans at the end of the broadcast. I said, this game matters. Every game matters to us, wins and losses. But in the goal of the things, getting to Chattanooga in December, this game didn't matter. I mean, you'll look back on it, you know, and say, okay, look where we were at and where we're going, you know. Yeah, we just got to learn. I mean, I keep saying it over and over. We got to learn to execute at a higher rate, and you know, whenever we need a stop defensively, we finally got one right here at the end a couple times, but you know, we allowed the momentum to continue to go. And then, like I said, I will reevaluate through and through. I make notes on my call sheet throughout the game and try to go back and replay situations in my mind. Maybe I should have took a timeout to stop momentum somewhere in there. And, you know, so like I said, it'll be accountability with this guy first, and then talking to my coaching staff about accountability and what do we need to do to get the kids on the team and the leaders on the team to do that same thing.
Well, I'm not going to hold you too long, but I do have this, and regardless, I wanted to ask you. I seen obviously we had two middle school games here this week, and when we had the Cofield game, and I seen you come out and you obviously hug Coach Brown. I wanted to ask you what he means to you as a person, and what he means to you as this program. You know,
man, Buster Brown is Oliver Springs through and through. He, I try to mold myself and model myself like he just loves this program, loves this school, loves this community, and he does so much for it. And I've coached with him. I've coached after him. Whenever I was middle school coach, I just finished. He had just finished up being the coach, and then I took over, and then now I'm getting the feedback and the different things of him being the middle school coach and sending me guys. And you know, I've told a lot of people this over the last couple of weeks. I'm not surprised by the success they're having. This is his third year being back, and I think whenever he came back, and whenever he won championship before, it was in his third year at the middle school level. But also, I'm not surprised because even though the records haven't shown, the last two classes have come to me fundamentally ready, fundamentally sound, and we can scheme and we can do stuff with them, but we have some freshmen contributing at times right now, and we had it last year, and so we do have kids coming in ready to help us, and that's a huge thing. And he and his coaching staff are doing great things for this community and for our program in the future. And I'm proud to see the success they're having. I hope they continue it, and hopefully here in a few weeks we'll play Cofield on Halloween night, and then we'll go and watch them in the middle school championship.
Yeah, we'll load up and go watch them Saturday. So, yeah. Coach, I'm going to let you get out here. Young man looks like he's tired tonight.
Yeah, it's actually right here. He is tired. Yeah. He wants daddy.
Yeah, so Coach, thank you for the
okay. He
wants his mommy.
Yeah, I don't blame
Coach, thank you, and have a good week, and I'll see you. We'll cross paths this week.
Thank you, guys.
That was Coach Harper coming up and give us a little bit of a review of the game, and I'd been thinking about that question all day with what Buster means to him. Buster means a lot to a lot of us around here. He, like I said, he is Bobcat through and through. I pull in down here, and I think I'm early, and he's here. So obviously we're all supporting each other. So